of the same, like, DNA. Alright, historian. This is none. Have them disappear. Army 1 off. Get started. So yeah, this run is going to end when it says chapter 1 complete, after we fight Jack J. So we'll see how this one goes. I just wanted to do the shorter category just as a bit of a warm-up, because I do want to do a full game run, but yeah, a little bit of a warm-up thing. It has been a while since I've done just a single category, or just a single chapter, I should say. It's been a while. Also, it's not long until the DLC comes out. A couple of days. Yeah. Very eager to sink my teeth into it to see how it's going to interact with the speedrun. Whether or not it's going to actually make an impact on the base game speedrun, or if it will stand alone as its own category, which might be a little bit shorter. Just need to wait until we get prompt to do our Muso attack. We essentially just follow whatever prompts on the screen for the most part. Come on. There we go. And now that we've used it, it's going to go to the next phase of this. It's going to give us user Guan Yu. We're going to immediately activate the Rage. And then we're going to immediately use our Muso to spend all of it, and then hand control back over to us. Unfortunately, I don't think that animation saves us any time. Sometimes the execute can save you time just based on like how much time it would have taken. It would usually take for you to just hit them normally and get that damage down, compared to the length of the animation of the execute. But that one went quite a while. Alright, now we fast forward through this. Skip. Now we just have to sit here and wait, because as much as I may try and skip it, that's all we get. Alright. I'm trying my best to skip through this. You can hear it. It's the boop, boop, boop. Like, let me out. Let me through. Yeah, so doing just a single chapter, there's a couple of things that I don't need to do. So that waymark there, that we would usually get, we don't need to get for this. Sure. We just need to hope that Zhang Fei is going to be kind to us and actually attack us when we want him to. Yeah, we don't have to worry about being too fast with all of the strong attacks, because we still have to wait for those 3 lines of dialogue, the one from Liu Bei and the 2 from Guan Yu. Just going to smack into them blocking just so I can build up some bravery. Come on. Again. Again. Back up. Come on, there you go. It's like he loses his mark. Alright, just wait for them to start talking. And then you do this. Alright, and that should be enough. Come on. There we go. Right, now he's going to blast us away, and we want to immediately knock him out of that, the recovery of that move. There we go. Because after he's done that big blast, he will do like one attack, and then like a little bit after that they'll call the end to the fight. So yeah, we don't need this way more. Oh wait, do we? It's only chapter 2 where we get our... Go, gates open. Yeah, so chapter 2 there. I was just trying to remember when and where certain things happen. There it is. That last little bit of health always seems to take more than I expect. I was 3 away from getting to 300. I mean, it's not as important with this one, but the following ones, yeah. Get our spear. You only end up getting access to 3 different weapons over the course of the first chapter, but that's fine for us. I think we still do end up going for getting the gauntlet as quickly as possible. Yeah, wrong one. That was definitely the wrong battle art to be using, but it all worked out. Alright, so after this next stage, we aren't going to do the side mission. Well, got to do this. And then after Yingxuan, we're not going to do the side mission to get the Tiger Amulet. We're going to be just doing straight on ahead. Well, we're able to get at least a few. The power disparity from not getting, like, hitting all the other breakpoints that I'd like to usually hit isn't as important when it's just a single chapter where, like, it's not going to create such a gap. But when it comes to, like, a full game run, you kind of need to be hitting those breakpoints because the lack of damage numbers, it really, really becomes noticeable as you get to the end. The last couple of chapters. We don't need to worry about proxying because that's a chapter 2 thing. We do want this. This is the only one that we will want. It is faster to grab that than it would be to not, and then just have to travel all the way back. Because we want to travel there after we, like, right as we get our horse, we can then fast travel back over. Yeah, we don't need this one either. Usually we do grab that waymark, but considering that is, like, only really necessary for, like, chapter 2 onwards, yeah, we don't need it. Now, hopefully, the thing that has been happening sometimes is not going to happen here. It'd be a pain in the ass. And that is getting interrupted at the very, very last gate. That gets really annoying. I could afford to just ignore that officer, but yeah. Right. We can afford to take a little bit of time to get some KOs there, just because we still need to wait for this line of dialogue to end. We need to wait for that message to come up that they're preparing a sorcery, and we just need to be over here in this time, so we can get to this. And coming over here ahead of time, all it does, it skips a couple of lines of dialogue that would lead into this naturally. Beautiful eyes. Go. And another thing about just doing the smaller categories, like just a single chapter or the 2 chapters, is that they're a little bit less influenced by RNG, just because the weapons that we get, it's all consistent. Like, there's some things that can be a little bit RNG, like how the officers are going to act. Like, sometimes they're going to be very attack happy, sometimes they're going to be very defensive, and it's like you just have to adjust accordingly. But like in terms of weapon RNG and all those kinds of things, like yeah, we're not having to worry about that with this one. Absolutely wanted to take care of that one. And now we just need these 3 to head in first, take the aggro, and hopefully it's going to give us a free path to open the gate. There we go. I think I just need to give that group a bit of a wider berth. I did not need to attack into that. Could have just done this and avoid that animation altogether. Nice. Very good. A fair bit lower than where I would want it to be. Good that we've got, like, fortitude, well, not fortitude, the, what's it called? Proficiency, that's the word. God, I was blanking on that one. We're a little bit low on the KOs, but we should be fine. Again, not as worried about We will want these regardless, though. Alright. I can't remember if in my PB of this I did get the attack amulet. We'll see. Yeah, we're not as worried about getting all of the trainings done for this one. We'll ideally get like a couple of them done. And we'll most likely be able to get that during the next stage. Another thing to note is that because we didn't do the extra mission, we didn't get all those trainings done, and we didn't get extra levels, we are down 1 for every point, which can make a difference. Yeah, we don't usually get too many KOs in this stage compared to a lot of the others, but it's fine. Parry them. And bring in the letters. Yosh. Alright, up you go. Yeah, the way all the stages are going to function is essentially the same. It's just being a little bit lower in power. Well, it's focused a little bit less on grinding. Like, we can cut a lot more corners in this one just because we're not too worried about being underpowered for a late game that's never going to come. You're too slow. Fortunately, a lot of these Shadow Soldiers, they're like not nearly as much of a body block as regular soldiers. Like regular soldiers, they can just get in your way and just like body block you and just slow you down a lot. The shadow soldiers, you just kind of flow through them like water. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, wait for Zhang Liang to attack, parry it. Because we don't have to worry about the healing animation. Oh, I'm stuck in an animation. Yeah. Another thing I didn't really account for was the fact that because we have lower attack, the execute range is a little bit different. I was kind of expecting it to be much higher than it was there. Still, looking okay. We won't need to talk to Dongshuo after Guangzhong for those trainings because by that point it's a bit too little too late. Yeah. Sounds about right. So yeah, we'll still want to go after Zhao Tsang to get the goalness as quickly as we can. Because even though it is possible to get the goalness a little bit, well, I say a little bit later. Wait until you've defeated Zhang Jiao, have him retreat, have everyone all demoralized, and then defeat Zhao Song while they're all demoralized and all that kind of stuff. If I mess that up, I then don't have the, I then just would not have the gauntlets, and that's just like a whole bunch of levels that I would not have, which is really bad. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, really appreciate it. Down that one extra Burger point, which is probably going to make itself annoyingly known in this. Oh my god, give me the gloves. Remember Australia, huge fan of Dynasty Warriors since Dynasty 3? Same! I've been a fan of Dynasty Warriors about that long as well. It's been a fun time. Right, let me get out of here and fight you. Nice, get the parry, get the break. I just need to wait for you to actually recognize that you've lost. There it is. Ugh. Oh my god. That's good. There we go. Yeah, welcome on in. I'm not from Melbourne, but I am from Australia. And yeah, I've been playing Dynasty Warriors games what feels like my whole bloody life. A little bit slow on that one, but whatever. I think that's mostly because we wanted to get the gauntlets early, so we could get these levels. We're not going to get the force upgrade, but we will get just the extra stats. Alright. XL right now. That's a good one. That is definitely a very good one. Well, at least I think so. Alright. So, yesterday when I was doing the speedrun of this, I was mentioning that because like not many other people are running and routing this, there's not all that many eyes to kind of point out some seemingly simple stuff that may help speed things up. And then right after the stream, I saw in the Warrior speedrunning Discord by a demon saying that, hey, have you tried going like this path, like in following Sun Jian? I was like, huh, let me check that. And it turns out, as long as it all goes well, it's like close to 30 seconds faster if I don't get interrupted here. Yeah, that's fine. It's the same everything, except we don't have to take this giant loop around the back. Yeah, there's a nice, very convenient path into the enemy's main base from here. We ignore Zhang Jiao. Let's try the Zhang Bao. Yeah, they're going to go invisible, that's fine. The damage we do to them is going to stick, so when they come out of it. It's all going to be okay. Ooh! Well, I'm just going to do this. Alrighty. Kind of wild how much time that saves. What the? Alright, sure, whatever. Okay, so now I just need to... is that 30? No, it's 40. That's fine. Get the temper skip and we'll be fine. Interrupt that. Kind of want to just push them further to the back so that when we're done with this phase, they're not going to be moving all that much. Good parry. Surprised I managed to get that. I'm usually pretty bad at parrying the rocks. Nope, stop that. We are going into a weird spot. Okay, I just need to keep his fortitude at a very specific spot. Right, so now that we're out of this, we need to phase 2. Perfect. Okay, because we have used that assault follow-up, like as they started the tactic, it just completely knocked them out of the invulnerability phase. And that's the fight done. Alright, now we just need to get through a couple of cutscenes and that's the chapter done, and that is this specific run done. And because like I don't need to do any farming. Usually I would be like still farming because I would still need to be getting some levels some skill points and all that kind of stuff. But we don't need it if we're not going any further in the game. A little bit of time that I could save bits and pieces here and there, but by and large, pretty good. Alrighty. And yeah, that is how the single chapter run goes. We'll see how the DLC ends up changing things. I wouldn't imagine it would change too much for this category, just the single chapter, but for other things, maybe. Huge.